They spray it under the sink. They spray it behind the fridge. They spray it in every crack along the baseboards. And somehow, 2 weeks later, the roaches are back like nothing ever happened. If you've ever wondered why the sprays sitting in every grocery store aisle never actually solve your roach problem, the answer might make you angry. Because it's not that the problem is hard to fix, it's that a fixed problem doesn't sell more spray. Stick around, because by the end of this video you'll know exactly why those cans keep failing you, and what people were using long before pest control became a billion-dollar industry. Here's the thing, nobody tells you when you buy that spray can off the shelf. Most store-bought roach sprays are built to kill on contact. That's it. You see a roach, you spray it, it dies. You feel good for about 10 seconds. But roaches don't live where you can see them. For every one roach walking across your kitchen counter at night, there could be dozens more hiding inside your walls, under your dishwasher, behind your stove, laying eggs you'll never see until it's too late. Spraying the ones you can see does nothing to the colony you can't. It's like mowing the top of a weed and wondering why it keeps growing back. And here's the part that really gets me. Some of these sprays actually make your infestation worse over time, because roaches build up resistance to the same chemicals used over and over. The same way bacteria get resistant to antibiotics, so you keep buying more, spraying more, and the roaches keep adapting. That's not an accident, that's a business model. Let me take you back a few decades, before pest control companies existed on every corner and before supermarket shelves were lined with 15 different spray brands. Families didn't call an exterminator when roaches showed up. They didn't even go to the store. They walked into their own kitchen and used what was already sitting in the cabinet. My grandmother used to say that if you can't fix a pest problem with what's already in your pantry, you're doing it wrong. And she wasn't wrong. Old school households used a combination of a few simple ingredients that didn't just kill the roaches they saw, they wiped out entire colonies, including the ones hiding deep inside walls and under floors. This method fell out of common knowledge for one simple reason. It's nearly free. There's no packaging, no brand name, no marketing budget, so there was never anyone with a reason to advertise it to you. It got pushed aside as pest control turned into a multi-billion-dollar industry, and slowly, people just forgot it existed. So let's get into exactly how this works, step by step, so you can try it in your own home today. You're going to need 3 things, and all 3 together will cost you less than $4 if you don't already have them at home. First, 1 box of baking soda, about $1. Second, granulated sugar, just a small amount, pennies. Third, boric acid powder, which you can find at almost any hardware store for around $3 a bottle, and 1 bottle will last you months. Here's the key part most people miss. This isn't about mixing something toxic and blasting it everywhere. It's about creating bait that roaches want to eat, carry back to their nest, and share with the rest of the colony. That's the difference between killing the roach in front of you and wiping out the ones you'll never see. Mix equal parts sugar and boric acid, about 2 tablespoons of each, then add just enough water to form a soft, sticky paste, almost like cookie dough. The sugar is the lure. Roaches are drawn to sweet smells from several feet away. The boric acid is the killer, but it works slowly, which is actually the whole point. Roll this paste into small pea-sized balls and place them in the areas roaches actually travel, not the middle of your kitchen floor. Think under the fridge, behind the stove, inside cabinet corners, along baseboards, near trash cans, and anywhere you've spotted droppings before. Now here's the part that separates this from a regular spray. Now, when a roach eats this bait, it doesn't die right away. It has time to walk back to the nest, and roaches are cannibalistic, meaning others will eat its droppings and its body once it dies. That means the boric acid spreads through the colony, hitting roaches that never touched your bait directly, including ones hiding deep inside your walls that you'd never be able to spray anyway. This is basic pest biology, not some miracle trick. And it's exactly why professional pest control companies use bait stations built on the same principle, except they charge you hundreds of dollars for something you can make in your kitchen in 5 minutes. One mistake people make is placing too much bait in one spot, thinking more equals faster results. Don't do that. Small amounts spread across multiple locations work far better than one big pile in one place, because you want roaches finding it in several different travel paths, not just one. Another common mistake is cleaning the bait up after a day because you don't see instant results. Give it time. This method works over 1 to 2 weeks, not overnight, because it's designed to take down the whole colony, not just the roach standing in front of you. If you clean it away too soon, you're stopping it before it even reaches the nest. Now let's talk results, because this is where the difference really shows. With regular spray, you might kill 5 or 10 visible roaches over a week and feel like you're making progress, but the colony inside your walls keeps growing. With this bait method, most people notice a dramatic drop in activity within 7 to 10 days, and by the 2 to 3 week mark, many report seeing little to no roach activity at all. Because you're not just killing what you see, you're taking out the source. People who've tried both methods side by side consistently say the same thing, that store sprays gave short bursts of results that faded fast, while this bait method took longer to show up, but actually solved the problem instead of just masking it. That's the whole difference between fighting symptoms and fixing the actual issue. Before you go, here's a quick bonus tip that makes this method even more effective. Take a few cotton balls, soak them lightly in vanilla extract, and place them near your bait stations. Roaches are repelled by strong scents like vanilla in open areas, which pushes them toward the bait instead of scattering randomly through your kitchen. It's a small addition, but it speeds up how fast they find the bait, which means faster results for you. If this video helped you understand why your roach problem keeps coming back, no matter how much spray you buy, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Because I'm sharing more old school, almost forgotten methods for problems people are wasting money on every single day. Drop a comment and let me know if you're going to try this bait method, or if you've already got a trick of your own passed down in your family. And if you thought this was eye-opening, wait until next time, because I'm breaking down the real reason ant traps barely work either and what actually stops them for good. Until then, remember, the best fixes were never hiding in a store. They were hiding in your kitchen the whole time.